Yeah, this is something decent, isn't it? Stand up, I think, because I'm going to end up remaining in the reeds otherwise. Yeah, jolly old tench. Hi. Well, it's been nearly 3 weeks, one day short of 3 weeks since my last trip out. After my last trip, we went up to Durham for a week, and while I was there, I didn't feel too good. Didn't really know what it was, but felt tired and achy. And anyway, when we got back last week, and I got a rash come out on my tummy, which I immediately recognised as shingles. I actually had shingles 4 years ago. On this occasion it is much milder, but it certainly knocked me over a bit. So I'm still feeling sort of half a degree under, if I can put it that way. But forecast was for a lovely day today, so I've come down to the what I call the clay pit and fish on the side ponds. I came here basically because I can park right next to where I'm fishing, so I don't have to lug tackle around at the moment. That's handy when you're not feeling too good. Also, previously here I've had quite a bit of success, so I was hoping I may catch some fish, which is the purpose of the exercise, obviously. But also, obviously, over the last couple of weeks, the rain, the rivers are a complete and utter no-no, really. I live in Cambridgeshire. My nearest river is the Ouse, and it's St Ives is one of the nearest towns, and it's completely flooded. Also at Offord, where I fish, is flooded. So the rivers are out. So this seemed like a good venue just to kick off again. So we'll see how we get on. Fairly quiet here. It's always fairly quiet here. There's some people on the main lake. The main lake's really hard. Mainly carp fishermen on there. But interesting, there's a guy fishing a pole on there today, which is a really brave move, I think, because I've only ever caught very small rudd in there. But there we go. Anyway, I'm sort of nearly set up. I'm just going to put a little bit of ground bait in and then get fishing. So I'll be back with you when we get to that point. Okay, well, all the setting up's been done and the ground baiting's been done. I ground baited sort of down on the edge of these reeds here because last time I was here I caught a couple of tench down there, but previous to that I'd always fished over in that bay in the corner, so I also put a bit of ground bait over there. But I'm going to start by these reeds. Today I've got a graze rod. Now I've used a graze rod before, but it was what they called the Rover Specimen. It's got quite a bit of stick in it. This is called the Rover Float, and it's a much lighter rod, so it'd be interesting to see what happens should I get into a tench on it. But I haven't used it much. I bought both of these Rover rods years ago for a holiday. We went to France, and to enable me to pack the rods away I bought a couple of Rover rods, and I've used the Specimen quite a lot, but not much to float, so it's a little bit of an outing for it today. I've got a sort of loaded waggler on, and I've got one largest shot very near the hook, so sort of semi-lift method, or lift method if you like. I did plumb it though, and this should just be on the bottom. And I'm starting off with bread flake, but the ground bait, it's proprietary ground bait, but I mixed in some hemp and corn. Oh, well, the bread fell off. Well, that was a good start, wasn't it? Okay. It couldn't have been on very well, could it? What a start. Perhaps I'll put a bit of corn on to start with. Save messing about with the bread. Couple of bits of corn. As it's now later in the year, smaller baits may work better anyway. So I've got bread, I've got corn with me today. I also put in a little bit of luncheon meat as an alternative. Right, let's see what happens. This promises to be a very nice day today after some atrocious weather. Let's see what happens, shall we? As I say, I've got two options. I've ground baited over there, and I've also ground baited out in what I call a little corner bay there, and see if we can entice something. After a couple of trips to the 20-foot drain, I've not done too well in the last couple of trips. Really struggled, so I'm sort of fingers crossed that that this will be a bit better. I haven't fished this for a while now. I think I first fished it at the beginning of the sort of river season, because they actually closed this lake for the close season to allow the carp to spawn. So it's a while since I fished it. And when I fished it on that occasion, I caught a couple of tench, but they were so lethargic, it was unbelievable. We had had quite a period of very hot, sultry weather, and I think the oxygen level in the water was low. But with all the rain we've had in the last few days, it should have oxygenated the water a bit, but it may have also cooled it down a bit, so it'll be interesting to see. There's some background noise. I don't know if you're picking it up on the mic, but I think they're tree lopping on the other side of the lake. That happened to me once before here, and I was actually on that side of the lake, and the noise was absolutely deafening. I'm trying an experiment today. I did notice with this GoPro camera that although the mic's quite good and it sits just below my sort of chin, so to speak, on a hoop, and although the mic's quite good, if I turn slightly to the side, it sort of needs quite a close proximity of the voice, and I found it was fading in the video when I sort of edited the video. So I'm trying something different today. I've got a lapel mic on and I'm recording everything on my iPhone. And if the GoPro mic doesn't do the job very well, I can hopefully synchronise the recording off the iPhone, which hopefully will be a lot better. Bought my glasses today because I can see the float without glasses. I was finding I was getting a bit of a headache after watching a float all day, because I've got sort of a bit of astigmatism, and it means that the float doesn't appear to be completely in focus. Sorry, I just had my arms in front of the camera. Well, I've cast over into the bay, what I call a bay. It's not really a bay, is it? But it's a little corner, and that's where I normally fish when I come here. It was only on the last occasion that, having blanked over there, I tried down by these reeds. So I'm trying over there, as I thought I had a sort of a bit of interest by the reeds, but it didn't come to anything. So I thought I'd try over in that corner. That float is lifting slightly, which, considering I've got a shot on the bottom, could be meaningful. Either that or it's just the wind dragging the waggler, causing it to sink, then come up again. No, it's not a bite, is it? Sorry about all that turning around. I've heard some noise behind me, but it's just someone walking their dog. Well, the moorhen's still here. Resident moorhen. Come to investigate the float. I felt that one. I felt that. That felt heavy. Ah, what a ball. Now I've got a tangle. Yeah, that felt solid when I struck on that last bite. And, oh, let's go a bit further than that. Mind you, often fish, even smaller fish, feel solid when you first strike, but that did feel good. They didn't feel like a little rod or something. So hopefully there's something out there and I haven't spooked it. The guy said he also caught a very big bream out of here. I've heard of other people saying they've caught bream out of here. I've never caught a bream in here. I've had a couple of small carp, and I've lost a couple of what I think, yeah, this is something decent, isn't it? Because I'm going to end up with him in the reeds otherwise. Yeah, jolly old tench. Quite a nice tench as well. Well, that's a good start. Well, just let him rest in there and get myself organised. That's a nice fish. Nice fish. Take this off. Just in the mouth, but I can't get it out. I see, right, there it is, right. Okay. What a lovely looking fish. Get all the muck off its tail. Yeah. I'm just taking a picture. That's all right. That's okay, it's okay.
How many you had?
Oh, I've only been here half hour, it's the first one.
Oh, right. Many more to come.
Well, maybe. Maybe. Right, so that's £4, about 410, 411, say 410. I've got to take the net off though. So let's put you back, shall we? Well, I weighed the net and it's about 10 ounces, so let's say an even £4 for that 10. It's a lovely fish. Don't want to go too close to those reeds. Give myself a fighting chance if I hook one. Yeah, when I had missed that earlier bite, it felt really quite solid. I sort of touched something and I thought it was a decent fish. Well, the rod handled quite well, £4 tench. I think it was still a bit lethargic. I've had tench here that have fought a lot harder than that. Initially it was quite powerful, but it soon sort of, what's the word, relaxed a bit. Obviously we're late in the year now, we're in October, so I've caught them here later than that, I'm sure. I'm still on corn, the corn seems to be working. I just put a few free offerings of corn out as well. Quite a bit of excitement there. As I was weighing the fish, a couple stopped in a car to talk to me. It turns out the guy was actually a fisherman. His wife was obviously dropping him off because he came back along the bank a bit later and spoke to me. But then a couple of women arrived with 3 young children, and they were really fascinated by the fish. So we had a bit of a chat about the fish with the children, and the mum took some pictures of the children with the fish. I say with the fish, looking at the fish, obviously. Yeah, so the swims had a bit of a rest while all that was going on. That float is lifting again, isn't it? It's definitely lifting again. Yeah, and now it's going down. Something's interested. I thought I'd strike when it's lifted, but I think I'll wait for it to go away like the last one did in future. I just turned the video on because the float started to lift, and it's come off. Come off. What a bore. What a bore. Obviously I only just nicked it. Oh well. Obviously a good fish. But at least I steered it away from where it was. So. Right, a little cube of luncheon meat. Let's see what that produces. Straight away, and that's a good fish. Oh, it's trying so hard to get into those reeds over there. I'm not sure I can stop it. Oh, God. Oh, gee. Oh, we managed it. Quite good really having this lighter float rod because it takes some strain off the line. This is really fighting. There's another tench. Oh, you really went for it at the beginning. He's trying to get in these reeds now. He's really serious, this one. Oh dear. Lost sight of the line now. He's gone back out in the middle. Yeah, this one is really battling. Jesus, the other one was a bit lethargic, but this one ain't. Oh, down in these reeds. Oh, yeah, little bugger. Got him out anyway. Oh, jeez. Oh, you are really having a go, aren't you? Gee whiz. Oh, well, that was a battle roll. Oh, have a little rest off that. Oh, this is a weighty fish. This one really is a good one. Jesus. Okay, this hook's gone in at a strange angle. Okay. There you go. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. What a beautiful fish. What a beautiful fish. Absolutely superb. Let's just quickly weigh you, shall we? Well, that's only 2 ounces of 5 pounds. Well, that was a lovely tench, 4¼ pounds. Once I've taken the weight of the net off, and I've got it twisted up here. So I'm going to try luncheon meat again. That worked very quickly, that luncheon meat. There we go. That really fought like a demon, that tench. I think this lighter rod was a benefit then, because it obviously took the strain off the line as I put the pressure on. It was bending almost through its whole length. It's quite remarkable, really. It's a 6-section rover rod, you know, a travel rod, and considering it's in 6 pieces, it's got a really good action. And I think being in 6 pieces, it gives it more stiffness. So, a bit more backbone, perhaps. Unfortunately, that one did most of its fighting out there where I hooked it, so it's probably stirred things up a bit out there. I'll stick on luncheon meat just for a while, and then perhaps go back to corn and bread. God, it's absolutely lovely here today. Other than the guys cutting trees over the far bank, the far bank, that is, it is really peaceful. There's quite a few people on the main lake. I think most are after carp. I think the guy who spoke to me with the roach pole, that shows my age, doesn't it? With the pole, is the exception. He said he's had some better fish on. He's getting lots of small roach and mud, but he's had some better fish on. But there's lots of lily stems in there, and they get themselves tangled around the lily stems. There's a lot of weed in that main lake. That's its main problem, really. There's a lot of bottom weed as well, which makes it difficult to fish. But there's some really big tench in there, and some very big carp as well. But I just wanted an easy day today. Something that didn't stress me too much. I didn't feel too good when I got up this morning, to be honest. But I thought, no, I'm going to go. And I feel better now, having sort of been out in the fresh air and had a bit of excitement. Decided to try bread again. I've got nothing on corn. I think it's just gone quiet. It's just that time of the day when things have quietened down. But we got a few what I would call fiddly bites on bread earlier on, and I suspected they may be crucians or perhaps rudd. So decided to try bread, quite a small piece of bread actually, to give anything smaller a chance. Quite interesting, there's a lot of movement on the reeds over there. If you watch the reeds, every so often there's something bangs into them. So yeah, that's a bite. See, with bread I get bites very quickly, but I don't hook them. Let's see if anything happens this time. Certainly something played with that. When I arrived this morning, I saw there were 3 or 4 cars along this little track, and I thought I may not get my spot today. But fortunately, they're all fishing the main lake. I don't know whether to check my bait, because that float definitely moved about a bit when I first cast in, and being bred it comes off quite easily, so perhaps it'd be a good idea to check the bait just to see if it's still there. Oh no. Oh, that was a good fish, and it came off. Put a lot of pressure on it actually. It was heading straight for those reeds on the other side. Oh well. So bread works. Actually, it's a foul hook. I don't know what scale. Is that a tench scale? I'm not good enough on these things to know, but it's a very small scale, so it could have been a tench scale. I'm not sure what else would have scales that small and have that much power. So yeah. So I think I foul hooked that one. I'm trying down the side of the reeds to my right again, because absolutely nothing was happening over the other side, but I think it may be more general, so I doubt if anything happened down there either. But the last time I was here, which was months ago, I couldn't get anything over the other side, and I actually caught a couple of tench down by the reeds on the right here, so it's worth a try. The guy there on the pole, he's been catching lots of silvers, I must admit. I've never had much luck in the main lake. I only ever caught tiny little rudd. No, it's really gone dead. This has happened to me here before though. I've caught fish in the morning and it's just petered out. It's a very small water, I suppose. It's start pulling fish out every 5 minutes. It's they're going to get a bit wary, I suppose. But I've tried luncheon meat, I've tried bread, tried sweet corn. I don't seem to be interested in any of it at the moment. Yeah, I've hooked something down the side here. Oh, it's running right down the side. It could be a problem. It's gone right the way down. Alright, it's gone out into open water, that's good. That was on luncheon meat. I just about got the video on in time. Oh, another powerful fish. Oh, if that's a tench, it's bloody massive. It's desperately trying to get me in the reeds. I'm not sure this is a tench, it seems to have too much power. Maybe a carp. Yeah, this isn't a tench, it's just too powerful. Yeah, it's a carp. It's not a big carp, but it's certainly got some go in it. Oh, no, you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up. Keep his head up, hopefully I'll get him. That was about. Oh shit! Yeah, stay still. Right. I weighed it when I didn't have the GoPro on, but it weighed 5.2 with the net, so 10 ounces off, that makes it 4.5. But boy oh boy, for 4.5 pounds it really, yeah, it really went for it, didn't it? Let's put it back. Muscly beast. I think he probably needs a little rest. Yeah, he's okay. Well, that was a bit of excitement. Yeah, I put a bit of luncheon meat down by the right hand reeds over there, where I have been ground baiting there as well. And I didn't think I was going to get anything. Suddenly the float went away, and Although that carp wasn't really much different in weight to the biggest tench, boy oh boy, do they battle. Enough line out. I've gone back on corn for a while. I mean, say if I get nothing else today, it's been a success. Two lovely tench and a carp. Yeah, I've gone back on corn, see if there's anything else out there other than tench. Obviously the luncheon meat and the big bits of bread tend to attract the bigger fish, but there's something interested in the luncheon meat. Not luncheon meat, the corn, sorry. Luncheon meat on my mind. Yeah, there's definitely something interesting on the corn. I mix corn in with the ground bait, corn and hemp, so they should be sort of looking for it, one would hope. Just started the video because the float flickered a bit. Yep, something's interesting. Yep, we got it this time. Oh, it's right over in those reeds on the other side. Jesus Christ. I think he may have got me in him this time. Jesus. I think he may have transferred me to the reeds. That's a bit unfortunate. Shit. Let's see what's happened. Yeah, he got me. I got my float back, that's good news. Probably lost the hook. Yeah, I lost the hook. Oh well. I didn't think it was such a big fish when I first hooked it. And then it went like crackers. Okay, I've got to re-tackle, so be back with you soon. Well, that was unfortunate. I don't know what that was, but it got me in those far reeds, and that was the end of it. But the thing is, when I first hooked it, I didn't think it was a big fish. And then it went off like an express train. Oh well. So that's 3 fish lost today and 2 fish caught. No, 3 fish caught, sorry. Mind you, one of the lost fish was a foul hook, so we don't really count that. I assume that wasn't foul hooked, I assume it was a proper bite, so. As I say, it sort of woke up after I hooked it. At first I thought it was a roach or something, but then boy oh boy, it went off like a rocket. Just couldn't stop it. It's definitely my last cast. The bread kept coming off, so trouble is it's bread I had in the freezer, and I think sometimes, although you can keep bread in the freezer, it's not quite as good for fishing when it comes out. It doesn't pinch on as well as fresh bread. Anyway, so I've put a couple of bits of corn on, and this will definitely be my last cast. No, I think it's definitely gone a bit dead. The wind's got back up as well. Yeah, I think I better call it a day. It's later than I wanted to be already. So, but it's been a good session. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it today, especially after a 3-week wait before I could get out. No, that's it, I think. Well, that's it for today. Arrived here about 10. I suppose I was a bit late getting here, and packed up about 3:30, so that's my normal sort of session, to be honest. 2 lovely tench and a battling carp. So I'm more than happy with that for the sort of first day back after a few weeks. Lost 2 fish, one slipped the hook and one got me in the reeds, and I also foul hooked one, which I think was a tench, and obviously that wouldn't have counted anyway, but I lost that as well. So went a bit dead towards the end, but not to worry. It's a lovely day, beautiful conditions, and not too hot obviously this time of year. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So as usual, thanks for watching, and thanks also to the subscribers. It's sort of plateaued a bit at the moment, the subscribers, but I haven't been really catching many fish or going out that much really. So yeah, and thank you also, if you're watching this video, a couple of people actually bought my book last month. I meant to mention it last month and I forgot about it. I don't sell many books, but 2 people bought my book, so thanks to them if they're watching this video. So until the next time, thanks for watching as usual, and cheers.